Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I just wanna feel elevated.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Wande. And, I'm checking in right now for Wande Radio, man. I hope that y'all are doing good out there. Hope that y'all having a great day. And, yeah, man, we're going to get started tonight with Wande Radio. I just love checking in with y'all. It's a great time for us just to talk about any questions you may have, any Q&A questions you may have, just anything you want to know. So I had some people send in some questions earlier, and we're gonna start off with those, and then after that I'm gonna pick up some calls, and so we can get it popping. Also, if you want to be chosen later on just for the opportunity to be on a call, make sure you dial in our hotline, which is 205-846-7277. That's 205-846-7277. All right. So we're going to get it started with just some of the interview questions that people had. So for the first question, somebody asked, Wanda, how would you describe your relationship with God in 3 words? If I had to answer that question, I think I would say lit, a roller coaster, and passionate. And I say that because lit, because obviously it's popping. Like when you spend time with God and you like follow his path, like the things that you encounter in life are just not average. God is not an average person, or God in general. So the experiences he'll bring you through will be pretty crazy. So it's always going to be lit at the end, because at the end things usually always work out. Roller coaster, because when you spend time with God, like it is a roller coaster. Like you're gonna have high moments, you're gonna have low moments, and whenever you sign up to give your life to Jesus, you're just going along for the ride. And then passionate, because obviously if you're gonna do this, like you gotta do it with passion, because otherwise it's kind of just like, why are you doing this? All right, and then moving on to the next question, someone asked, who produced Exit? So Exit was actually produced by a multitude of people. It's honestly like a whole list of individuals of who produced it. But I can kind of go through some of the key producers in Exit. So for instance, Taylor Hill, he's one of the key producers in Exit. So Taylor Hill, he produced Happy. He produced the first track on Exit, which is Be Yourself. And he also produced another song called Nice Things. And so if you listen to the album when it drops in 2 days, like you're gonna know those tracks are fire. And so he was definitely a pivotal person who came into the building. We just recently started working together, and it definitely was a lit situation. And so I definitely enjoyed working with him on this album. And also, I'm going to go on to one more question before I open up the fan line real quick. So this is the last question I'm going to answer before we open up the fan line and we get to talking to y'all. So someone said, what was an interesting moment that happened while making the Happy music video? So the Happy music video, there's a lot of interesting moments, honestly, because of the location of where it was. I think one interesting moment was coming out of the hotel with our outfits as we were going to the sand, because it was in a very like desolate area, and so those people never get people who visit their town. So they were looking at us like, what is going on? Like, why do these people keep coming out in like dresses and stuff? Because as you saw, like our outfits are pretty. They were simple but elaborate, and so yeah, they were really confused. So that was a funny moment. And then even just being out on the sand, like dancing on sand is not easy at all. And so that was a funny moment just in general, because we had to like keep our balance while dancing, and then also be aware of our outfits not to mess them up. So it was pretty interesting, but everything worked out at the end of the day. So it was pretty fire. But okay, I'm about to open up the fan line and we're gonna get things popping with y'all. So let's see how things go. Fan line is open. So, get your calls popping. Ooh, we got a caller. We got a caller. We got a caller. Ooh, let's see who it is today. Let's see who it is. I'm about to answer.
Hi, Wande.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I have a good question for you.
Yes.
Well, my name is Ian from Texas. Good question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my name is Ian from Texas. How does it feel working and traveling with Reach Records?
How does it feel traveling with Reach Records? Is that what you
How does
asked?
it feel working? Yeah, how does it feel working with Reach Records?
So I think
Yes.
that there's echo.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna answer it once, but I almost want to say like call back so that way I can like not have the
Yeah, I
echo.
can understand that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to answer it really quickly and then try to call back so that way we can make sure there's no echo. But I would say
Okay.
that working with Reach Records is really an interesting experience. It's a lot of fun. I think it's great because
Mhm.
Reach is a family that they love the Lord, so you're surrounded by people who love God. But at the same time, like
Yeah.
we have to travel and just do what we love, so it's definitely a great experience.
That's good. I'm very happy for you.
Cool. So there's a lot of
Um,
feedback, so I'm gonna have to cut this short and then try
yeah,
to call back in. But it was dope talking
yeah.
to you.
You can come in. You can come in anytime you want.
All right. Awesome.
All right. I'm always patient with you.
All right. Cool.
You have my number. You can call. Okay.
Cool. Cool. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into the next caller, and let's see how this goes. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi. What's up? Tell the people your name.
My name is Lady Flame X. I'm a Christian female rapper out of Tallahassee, Florida. It's nice to meet you.
Yo, what's up? So that's popping. I mean, I love Florida people. I happen to have like a lot of Florida friends in general, so that's dope. But it's cool. Tell the people your question for the day.
All right. So my question is, how did you grow your fan base? I know you started off like A&R with Reach Records. People who are aspiring to do Christian rap, what can they do to help grow their fan base from the bottom up?
Yeah, so if you want to grow your fan base, I would say one, just engage the people around you. So people within your reach. So I would say like that's one, your local church, like, get them to support you. If they have events like, Christmas events, maybe a special Friday event, stuff like that, like perform at those opportunities to one, because like those are your supporters and your home base. And then two, like just your local community. So if like they're having things like Independence Days, Black History Month, or just different things in general, like figure out a way to get involved, because I would say like one, if you can ignite your core base, like other people will start paying attention. So when they see like, oh wow, like this person has her whole city like knowing who she is, then it just inspires other people to want to pay attention now. And so from there, I would say just even just on social media, just as well, like inspire your home base. So your home base would be like people who like Christian rap. So there's things like Facebook groups, you can join those, let people know who you are, share your music. There's Christian publications online like Rapzilla. So you can look at their submission process online and how they want you to submit things and follow that and submit. And so stuff like that will just make sure like the whole Christian market, which is like your home base, knows who you are. And then from there, with them knowing who you are, it helps expand your audience because other people will pay attention whenever you nurture your home crowd. So that's what I would say.
But do you have a certain Christian blog or Facebook group that you recommend?
I would definitely say Rapzilla. So it's just rapzilla.com. And they have
Yeah, I
definitely,
know them.
yeah, so definitely them. Like reach out to them. There's another one called New Release Today. So they're pretty dope. And those are two that I would recommend just submitting your work to. And then in terms of Facebook groups, if you just search Christian hip hop, like on Facebook, it'll bring up like a whole bunch of different groups that have like thousands of members who actively look at it.
Hmm.
So yeah, basically you can do that and just pick whichever one you like.
All right, awesome. And congratulations on your album release. I'm definitely a supporter, so congratulations on that. Thank you
Thanks.
for your help.
No problem. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
All right, bye. All right, y'all. So we had another caller on the line. It was lit. so, we're going to get into some more questions from things that people submitted throughout the day. So I'm going to answer some more questions from people who submitted on Instagram real quick. So let's see what people answered and asked. So some people asked, um, who planned the wardrobe for Exit? So with that, I would say it was actually interesting. So the wardrobe for Exit, it was like a two-part situation. So I essentially casted the vision, and I was like, hey, I want us to be wearing really simple outfits. I want us to be wearing things in like the nude palette, like tans, whites, stuff like that. And I just expressed that I want it to be able to be flowy, so that way it can flow in the wind and stuff like that. And then so I communicated that with my stylist team, which is someone named Emily. You may know her on Instagram as Emily M Style, and then Ibukum. She's also dope. She's based out of Texas, which is her Instagram is very nice girl. And then so you'll see them tagged in like all my posts. So I hit them up, and yeah, they did what they needed to do. Like they researched different boutiques and just everything that has awesome clothing, and then they were able to pull it together, get all the sizing from other people, and so it was really fire just to see everything come together. And so it was really lit. And then I'll go on to one more question before I get the next caller. So the next question was, what was the most influential moment in my life? So that's a very interesting question because I've had a lot of pretty crazy moments in my life. I think one thing I would say is the most influential moment in my life is probably one when I gave my life to Jesus, because literally my life changed after that. Before, it's kind of interesting to think that before I used to live my life and did not think about God on a daily basis, because now like that's literally all I do. But that's like the most influential moment of my life, because after that point, like everything I did was to get people to know who the Lord is, or to basically walk in the Lord's plan. So basically, if that moment didn't happen right now, I wouldn't be here right now. So I would definitely say that was the most influential moment in my life in general. But all right. So we're gonna go on to the next caller real quick and see what they have to say.
That's us.
Hello?
Our turn. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, what's your
Naomi,
name?
say hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. How are you? Awesome. So here, tell the people your question. I can't really hear you. Could you possibly speak a little louder? Or could you like interpret for her?
I like your music because it's like so cool.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's all my sister wanted to say. She's hyped right now. Uh, what? I got a question. How is life for you right now, sitting at your house in quarantine?
So for me, life, I mean, it's kind of interesting. So before it was very like I have nothing to do, but then at the end of the day, it was kind of like, well, I have to pay my bills and stuff like that. So and then I have my
Hmm.
album dropping on Friday. So yeah, my schedule got busy pretty quickly. So I started doing like consulting and stuff. So that started filling up a lot of my time, where I just have meetings with people and just give advice on like how to upgrade your career and stuff like that. Um, and then I also, have my album coming out. So I've been having a lot of like virtual meetings with the label, and just, figuring out like the best things to do moving forward for our release. So that's been kind of the most of my time. And like it's been taking up my time basically all day till like midnight. Then I go to sleep and get back up and do it again.
Hmm. Well, do you have like a TikTok or something, like social media or something?
Yeah, so anybody who's listening, if y'all want to keep up with me on social media, It's OMG, it's Wande, which is OMGITSWANDE, and I'll be on there.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, it was cool talking to you. I'm gonna move on to the next caller.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. So we're gonna move on to the next caller. We're gonna keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Hello.
I'm so hyped that I made it through.
Hi. Tell the people your name.
I'm Aaron. What's up, y'all?
All right, we got Aaron on the line. We got Aaron on the line. All right. So how you doing?
I'm fantastic.
That's great.
My Oh, sorry. So my question is, what is the most exciting thing that's been happening to you lately, or the most exciting thing you've experienced as an artist most recently?
You know, I just processed which Aaron this is right now, and I'm like, wait, this is Aaron. Oh, that's hilarious. Wait, ask your question again, because like I was having a life epiphany.
What is the most exciting thing that's happening to you, or that has happened to you recently, in your personal life, and then also as an artist?
I think the most exciting thing that's happened to me in my personal life, I think just being able to like actually be a full time rapper. I feel like that's something that was terrifying for me in the past to like actually be able to survive off of just being an artist. Like it just seemed like unattainable, and so I think it's crazy that it's like now it's very attainable and something that's like I can legitimately pay my bills and live my life as a full time artist without going to a 9 to 5. So that's probably been something that's been super fire. And then I mean, also, just, making this full time thing come to pass, like getting the deal with Reach and stuff. So that's been pretty fire because I know, like, whenever I was a teenager, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be the first female rapper on Reach. And so it's kind of crazy that it actually happened. So, I was,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah.
That's so dope. I didn't know like that was like a plan all along. That's super fire.
Yeah, so it's been a plan. So, shout out to God. That's why whenever I actually got offered the contract, because I didn't know if they were trolling me or not. So I was like, dang, I can't even express my emotions right now because I was just like, this is too much. This is too much right now.
Did you cry though, like after you realized it was real?
Yeah, I think I did in my car, man. Definitely did. So it was definitely just weird to be like, yo, this is crazy. This is real. Like, I think I just had like an epiphany in that moment. Cause like I'm someone who I watch a lot of YouTube videos. So I used to like before it actually happened, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos of artists like big time artists like people like Drake, Big Sean, and stuff like that, who are like really out here living it. And so I used to watch interviews of them before they were signed, and then also them like whenever they first got signed, like the first 2 years, and see what they would say, like how did they get to where they are, and they would all say the same thing. Like they would all say, "Oh, you just got to be consistent, got to keep going. It's gonna work out. Like just stick to the plan. People may think you're crazy, but they're not gonna think you're crazy once it happens." And then so I think for me the craziest thing was like after it actually happened, I was like, yo, this is wild that it's actually true. Like if you just stick to the plan, it actually works. So I think that was the
That's
wildest thing
so
for me.
fire.
Yeah. So definitely something that was pretty crazy.
Dope. Well, congrats to the success. Excited about the album dropping. I'm
Thanks.
super stoked. Probably
And
more stoked than most people.
but yeah, it's definitely gonna be fire. I can't wait for it to drop. Friday's gonna be a lituation.
Lituation. All right, thanks for taking my call.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. All right, y'all. That was a lituation. We're gonna take one more call before we get into just some of the other questions that people asked on Instagram. So, if you're tuned in, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for checking out One Day Radio. We just do a quick Q&A every Wednesday, and get it popping. If you're new, if you want to call in, the call in number is 205-846-7277. That's 205-846-7277. And I'd love to chop it up with y'all. All right, so let's get into the next caller. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Is this Wande? I'm literally speaking to you. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
you are. If you have me on speaker, could you possibly take it off of speaker? Because I think it's echoing.
Oh, there's an echo. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
I'm not on speaker. Um,
Possibly, or if you
my
have
name's
headphones, that also helps.
Oh, I have a phone. Please don't judge me.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. My name's Christina. Actually, I'm very nervous. I was really looking forward to having. I was actually praying for God's will for this to happen because actually I am an inspiring Christian music artist, still in the beginning process and things like that. And actually, first off, before I ask anything or anything else, I wanted to thank you for retweeting my tweet about your video when it first came out for Happy. I'm God Lover 1993, and that really made my day when you retweeted that.
Oh,
And
no problem.
that really made my day because I really love your music. I was psyched to see that you were like the first female artist to be signed to Reach Records because it happened right after when I went to an Unashamed concert, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And yeah, I'm actually just started my YouTube channel back up again not too long ago because it's been over a year and things like that. I'm trying to figure out what I want to ask you. I'm just like so nervous. But actually, ever since I heard your song, I'm like, I want to do a cover on this. Because like I'm actually a triple threat. Actually, I could sing, act, and dance, and I want to do it all for God. I want to nourish those talents gifted me with to serve God and to tell people about Him through song and dance, and
That's
that's
awesome.
what I really desire. And not only that, the weird thing is, like, I've had like song lyrics go through my head, but I never wrote them down. And I had people praying for me, and I finally started to write it down on paper. So I am still trying to finish things up because I would like to do it on my YouTube channel. I've just been doing covers. They're not much right now. It's only 3 videos because I've been so busy.
Awesome.
but
That's dope
but
to
yeah,
hear, though.
well, actually, I do have one question.
Hmm.
The cover song I just dropped, it was in March. It involved rap, and a lot of people wouldn't expect it from me because of if you get to know me, you get what I mean.
Hmm.
It's I people are shocked, but I laugh at their reaction because I'm like, I like things like that. I like my favorite type of dance is like I like mixing jazz and hip hop together. I
Hmm.
choreograph things. Like I'm in the middle of choreographing a solo right now, which sadly I'm probably going to have to do it on my YouTube channel because they may not have a recital this year because of what the situation is right now. And
Hmm.
that's actually the first time that ever happened. And it's actually, I'm like, okay, God, I just pray for your will and everything's going to be okay. Um, yeah, you actually really do inspire me. But what is it? The song that I did, I'm so sorry. My mom was like talking right behind me. I love my mom. She's awesome. But the song that I covered was from Jamie Grace, and it was Reverb. And I did rap in it. It involved the rap section. And I was wondering, like, did it come natural to you, or did you have to practice? Because I had to practice. It doesn't flow naturally for me. I had to practice because I'm like,
Hmm.
I I would do I would do both, but it would take practice because I know it takes practice to do things.
Yeah. So I would say for
Practice.
me, rapping just kind of came naturally. So like I never planned rapping in my life. So I had a biology project actually. And in my biology project, my teacher was like, "Oh, you know, if you don't want to do an essay or a PowerPoint, you can rap for your essay." And so I literally sat down with my textbook and I was like, "Let me channel my inner rapper and make this fire." And I did it. And then my friends were like, "Yo, this is crazy." Um, and so essentially, that's kind of like how my rap life started. It was something I didn't have to practice. It just kind of a natural ability I've had. But I will say the opposite exists for like singing. So singing is something that like I can do, but I definitely had to like just kind of work towards that a little bit more. Like it's not as easy to just sing
Yeah,
out here than rapping. Yeah.
yeah. I if actually the well, I'm sorry. Let me start over. I'm sorry. When I first started, like I've been singing my whole life. I didn't start vocal lessons until I was 13 because we went to this thing called the event, and we had some experience with
the industry, the secular music industry, and it's no fun. They're actually really rude. With our experience, um, and the first time that happened, and when someone saw me, they said they liked me, but I was raw talent. I was raw. I didn't have any experience at all. So with like having like lessons or anything like that. So that was the first time that I experienced with them. I never had anyone from industry look at me yet, but my game is to become a Christian music artist. That I really
Yeah,
want to do that. I
but
really want to
you can
travel.
definitely do it. I would just say like the biggest thing is just to put yourself out there, build your brand, and kind of spread the word as you do it, and it definitely can come to pass. And so, I think that's
Do you mind if
definitely dope that you have that goal.
I share my link to my YouTube channel by any chance in the chat?
Yeah, you can share your link in the chat. That's no problem.
Awesome. Just don't watch the first video. If you do watch it, I mean, I know people like are either busy or they don't, or they sit there. I have no idea. I don't judge people.
LOL.
Not all the. I make no. Wait, rephrase that. I do judge when I don't even notice. I'm sorry. This is what I mean by being nervous. I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally fine. So you can share your link in there, and then I'm gonna actually have to move on to the next caller. But yeah, just share your
Okay.
link, and we'd love to hear it. So that's awesome. It's been great talking to
Damon
you.
Gray's Reverb. If y'all want to listen to the first video and compare it to the one I just did, because I sound a whole lot better. Believe me, I sound a whole lot better than I did before because it grew. It really, my voice really did grow because I worked very hard on the video that I just dropped, and I'm working on another cover right now, but it won't come out until all this is over with. But I will be
Well,
doing a live.
awesome.
So
That's cool.
yeah,
Can't wait to hear it. All right, we'll talk to you
thank
later.
you. All right. God
Bye.
loves you, Monday. Have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so much. I
You
would love
too.
to talk to you again.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye. Dope, dope. So I'm gonna go over one more question from the Instagram just because of time, and then I'll go to one more caller for the day. So one more question just that someone asked in general. They said, "Would you ever collaborate with a secular artist? Why or why not?" So for me, I think I would collaborate with the secular artists. One thing that I find is interesting is actually a lot of secular artists that I've met lately, they happen to be like pastors' children. And so I think that's one thing that's interesting is like you forget like, just because someone's a secular artist doesn't mean that they've never been exposed to faith in general. And some secular artists aren't necessarily not believers. So for instance, like you could even have like a Tori Kelly where she didn't come out as a Christian artist. She came out as a secular artist, but she loves Jesus like intensely. And then she decided to drop a gospel album later in life, but she just came out like making relationship songs. So I would say yes because there are secular artists who do have relationships with God and who love God. They just happen to write love songs or happen to write just generic songs that aren't necessarily just the gospel. Um, and then also just, I mean, there's other ones who make ratchet songs. So with that, it would just kind of be more of a heart check. Like, hey, like, does this person have any type of relationship with God? Like, if you're a devil worshiper, obviously not. I'm not going to work with you. But, if you're a loving person and you love God and like the song that we're creating glorifies the Lord, then sure, why not? So, all right. I'm going to get to the last caller of the day. And if you didn't make it onto today's call, because I do see that there's a line, don't worry. Like, we will be hopping on next Wednesday. So I would love to talk to you then. But yeah, let's get into the next call. Hello?
Hey, Wande.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How about you?
Hello.
I have two more questions.
It's kind of echoing.
Good. How about you? Yeah.
Do you,
With my iPad.
do you have headphones with you?
I do.
Can you
I
plug
just
those
wondering
in?
if you're still on.
Yeah, if you have some headphones that you could plug in, that'd be great. So that way it can
Yeah,
reduce
I
the
get
feedback.
headphones. I
Yeah,
got it.
that'll reduce the feedback.
I'm still here.
All right, cool.
Hang on.
So, as you plug those in, that'd be great. So
I'm still here.
that way we can get to your question for the day.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, so you can actually just ask your question for the day. Oh, someone was saying
Okay.
that maybe you can if you mute your thing as well. But I mean, since this is the
Oh,
last question of the day, you could ask your last question and possibly turn down the volume. But then
Okay.
I guess you
Well,
wouldn't
it's
hear.
good right now.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't hear my
Yeah,
answer.
I can
So,
hear you.
all right,
I hear you clearly.
all right, awesome. So you can
My
ask.
question is, do you write songs from your experience with God's help?
So I would say definitely I do write songs based on my experiences. So like especially like this
Mm-hmm.
album, you'll definitely see just in general me talking about things that happened in my life. So definitely
Yeah,
I would say that this
that's
came
very
from
true.
yeah, you'll see just different things from different seasons in my life on this album. And
Yeah.
so that'll be something that you can definitely say and then just also some of the lyrics are just God inspired in general. So sometimes I just feel like God is
Mm-hmm.
saying like, "Hey, talk about this. I need someone to talk about this," and I'm like, "Okay." And
Yeah.
so it's one thing that's also cool is like I have some songs on the album that are written from God's perspective. So almost kind of like how you see in the Bible, like God talking to us.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah. I see. Yeah.
that type of
I'm a huge.
situation.
Yeah. I'm a huge biblical researcher myself.
That's dope. So
So,
yeah.
have you met KJ52 in person?
No, I have not.
Well, I have met him. He's one of my close friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, from my experience of meeting KJ52, it was through my hometown church.
That's awesome to hear. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're actually running out of time now. So,
Well, I can
Wande,
understand.
yeah,
I will let you focus what you're doing.
awesome.
So
So
I'm very happy for you. You have
that's
a good one.
awesome. Thank you.
Hey, call me anytime you want. You're free.
Awesome. All right, y'all. So that's the end of One Day Radio for today. 6 p.m. We signing off. So it was great to hear from y'all. I would love to hear from y'all next week. We're gonna have different topics that we're gonna be discussing. Might even be bringing on some guests onto the show as well to talk to y'all. So if you want to chop it up with me next week, tune in on Wande Wednesday to Wande Radio on YouTube, and I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to answer your questions or any advice you may have. But it's been dope chopping it up with y'all. I love y'all and have a great day. Bye.